So you probably have these moments where you do things that I do, like spending hours upon hours daydreaming about all of these fantastical things I want to do and all of these magical ways that I want to change, and how great life's going to be, and magic and sunshine and roses and saving the world. And the reality is that while my scope for imagining things is pretty big, my ability to implement things is not quite at that same level. And I'm not talking about my potential, like my inherent potential. I'm talking about more that things like practical time availability and practical resource availability and the realistic lackingness of superpowers that happens to be the case. So I think that we're very good at making plans. We're very good at daydreaming. We're very good at telling ourselves that we're going to change and telling other people we're going to change and telling people of all these magical things we want to start working on, or we've just started working on this project that we're planning. And the reality is that for most of us, most of these things, whether it's changing a personal habit or starting a project, are never actually going to happen because we don't make them happen. I've been thinking about this a lot since I watched or actually rather listened to a recording that I'm going to link in the video description, talking about regret, talking about this tendency of how we make ourselves feel better with these plans and with these things we want to change, and with telling other people how we're working on something and it's going to get better, but we're busy with it and we're not quite there yet, but it will get better, but it never actually does. And the component in all of these things that's missing is that commitment, the practical, physical creation process of taking one step at a time to build something. And I'm not saying that that's the only factor that's missing. For myself, one of the biggest things that is a challenge for me in terms of developing projects, because I have so many projects I want to do and that I've started doing but I've not actually finished, is time. I don't have that much free time, and my time management needs to be better as well, so that I'm using the time that I do have more effectively. And I know that this is a common thing. I know that a lot of people struggle with this as well, because it's so much easier to pick up your phone and scroll through Facebook, or go watch YouTube videos of kittens, or watch Netflix, or read a book, or whatever. And again, I'm not being extreme here and saying that no one should ever have time to relax and unwind and do nothing. But in order to actually manifest our plans and manifest our changes, we have to actually work on them. And that means a lot of the time sacrificing, or that's not the right word, it means giving our time to it, giving ourselves periods of time to actually manifest things. And when it comes to personal change, like thought patterns or behavioral patterns that we want to change, there's also a degree of time that's required there in taking the time to implement the changes that we want to make. Because you know what? It's not enough to say that I want to change. It's not enough to say that I'm planning to change or I'm going to change. We have to actually create the change. And that requires doing things differently, which is outside of our comfort zone, which is uncomfortable, which is difficult, which takes effort, which is not easy. So it's all the things that we typically would rather slip into our routine and just kind of do things the way we've always done things because it's easier that way. It's completely the opposite of that. So, long story short, I'm not making any New Year's resolutions. I'm not talking about how great the year is going to be or how many big, fantastic plans I have, because I want to walk it. I want to prove it. I want to create it. I want to develop my consistency within something before I actually start talking about it. And if there is a point within myself that I want to change, I am not going to say, yeah, I'm working on it, or yeah, I'm going to change it. I'm going to ask myself, okay, practically, what will it take me to change this? And practice creating those changes. So that's what my focus is going to be. And, well, I suppose in a lot of ways, this video is exactly all the things that I'm saying that I'm not going to do. It's me talking about the changes I'm going to make. But that's the only plan I have for right now, is actually practice my creative capacity, my creation principle of manifesting my plans into the physical. All right, and thank you very much for watching. You're going to see me next time.